Michael E. Gerber speaking to you from the Michael E. Gerber Show, and I'm with Robert Day. Robert, thank you for joining us here.
My pleasure, Michael.
So, Robert, tell me about you and your firm.
Well, we help merchants, and what we do by helping them is we protect them, obviously, and we protect their profits. We're a merchant processing auditing firm. So basically, we come in and audit people's merchant processing statements and basically cut their cost in half. But a lot of people get us very confused with what that really means and what that is.
So tell me, what kind of a client? Somebody's watching us right now. Describe your best client.
Best client's going to be anybody, because everybody thinks they have a great deal. Small companies, large companies, it doesn't really matter. They always think the same thing, that they have a great deal.
So they believe they don't have a problem.
Right.
They think they've got a great company serving them, and their merchant account is terrific, and their bank is terrific,
right,
and they're not paying more than they should be paying, and so forth and so on.
Exactly. Matter of fact, I was just talking to a guy in the green room, and we were getting ready for this, and he's like, he says, "Oh, that's great." He says, I understand what you do, but we don't need your services. Luckily, we have a great deal." And I said, "Yeah, unfortunately," I said, 95% of the merchants feel that way, but the truth is, and the reality is that's not the case.
So why do they all feel that?
Well, because it's very deceiving. It's very deceptive. I mean, the banks put that 1.75% rate right on the front sheet of your paper, so that's what you look at and you think, well, that's what I'm paying.
Right.
Well, like I explained to him, I said, we had a guy that said, well, yeah, I'm paying 1.75, but the reality is that guy was paying close to 7%.
Really?
Yeah, so it's not at all what you really think that you're paying.
So is that legal?
Unfortunately, it is very legal. When you think about, credit card processing or banks and things of that nature, a lot of it is heavy regulated. Take that credit card that's in your wallet, for example. Okay, the banks can charge up to 30+% on that card. Okay, and that's heavily regulated. Now think about that.
Wow.
That's heavy regulation.
That's extraordinary.
Yeah, so they don't stop at 30% because they're really saying, oh, hey, Michael can't afford anymore or he can't pay anymore. No, they only stop at 30% because that's where the government caps them. They say, you can't do more than that. However, unfortunately for merchants, and here's where it gets really kind of scary, is there's virtually zero regulation for those guys. Oh. So the 30% rule is kind of tossed out, and now they can say anything they want, do anything they want, make up terms that they want. Basically, if you'll sign it, it's fair game and it's legal.
Are you serious?
I'm very serious.
Robert, how long have you been in this business?
I've been in the financial services business for just about 25 years. Merchant Relief Council's only been around basically about 2 years at this point.
And what happened that caused you to go into this new field?
Well, actually, it sounds kind of cheesy or corny, as I like to say, but I'm setting up in a high-rise corporate bank job, office, and looking out there and thinking my life's great. Unfortunately, though, every day I'm going home and I'm being forced and found, with people that are losing their jobs, friends that are losing homes, the unemployment rate's going up, gas is going up, foreclosures are going up, businesses are failing at an all-time high. But I have my cush job. I go home to a nice neighborhood, nice job. My life's good, okay? But really, how do you do that? I'm a father of 5, okay? So I got to go home to my kids and tell them that, life's not about this subdivision. It's not about this house. Life is this world. Okay, where are we playing into this? What are we doing? Well, how are we making a difference? Are we making a difference? Or are we just keeping our blinders on and saying, let's not watch the news, let's not hear about all the horrific things?
The high rise?
I left. I walked away.
You left the bank?
Yeah, I walked away. I remember coming home and telling my wife one night, I said, believe it or not,
honey.
I said, honey, I kind of quit today. And she's like, oh, really? Did you forget about the kids and the private schools and, the big mortgage?
Yeah.
And I said, I don't know what this means. I said, but we got to make a difference. We got to make a difference somehow. And I said, and I don't want to be part of the problem. I want to be part of the solution. And I said, and I didn't even know what that meant at that time. I really didn't. And but I went in and I told my boss, I said, this is not for me. This is not for me. And I said, I don't know where I'm going to go. I don't know what I'm going to do. But I just know I'm not going to stay here. And so I shared this with some other guys, and obviously, believe it or not, a bunch of crazy people out there kind of felt the same way.
Yes.
And so we started our firm, and they kind of put me as the managing partner to head it all up. And Well, it's 2 years, and
Congratulations.
yeah, now so it's all behind us now.
Extraordinary.
So yeah.
So you're making a real difference.
Well, we hope to be.
For
Yeah.
businesses in our economy,
Oh yeah.
and I'm sure this problem has been going on for a long time.
Long time. Well, since almost the beginning of time, but really, I mean, where this really got kind of ugly was back in 1991. This is when it really kind of took a shift and a change, because in 1991 there were 4 interchange categories. So there was basic card present, card not present, Visa and MasterCard, and those were the 4 main interchange categories. That being said, they weren't making much money at it. Okay, so now today there's several hundred interchange categories.
Wow.
So people understood before, card present, card not present, they understood that, right? I mean, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out how to look at your merchant statement and go, the card should have cleared this way, at this rate, or this rate. But all that's been put to the past. Now it's a wild, wild west. Several hundred interchange categories, made up fees, made up terms.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and the banks are making, I mean, billions.
Chaos.
Well, what we do is actually ended up putting back millions already in 2 years. We've actually saved over several $1 million for different businesses that not only have helped to grow their business, keep their doors open, keep those people employed, but obviously that's money that's being poured back into the economy.
Extraordinary.
Yeah.
So everybody, listen to this, because it's very, very important. If you own a business, if you know somebody who owns a business, understand they are now paying more than they know for the privilege of using credit to run their business. This gentleman can help you help them. Do it. Do it. How do they reach you, Robert?
Well, obviously they can go to our website, which is merchantreliefcouncil.org. I mean, that's probably the easiest way. Or
merchantreliefcouncil.org.
Yes, in which they'll find a lot of information on there. They'll find different articles that we've written for different associations, trade journals, things of that nature. So they'll be able to find out a little more.
Super.
Plus, we have a book that just came out, The Great American Heist. So they can actually go to our other website, Great American Heist,
www.greatamericanheist.org. You know what a heist is? .org. In fact, they're stealing your money. They're stealing your money, and this man will help you get it back.
That's right.
Absolutely extraordinary, Robert.
It's a pleasure.
A pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.